Hey guys, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit more about mood stabilizers, medication that's out there. Xanax, which is a benzodiazepine that's used a lot out there, and that's to help stabilize a person from anxiety and help them maybe not reach such depression levels. But also what they do is they also limit the amount of joy that you can feel. And if you remember this graph, I'll just put it up here real quick, where we got time, and we'll just say level of mood, joy up here out of 10, and we'll put a 5 there, and we'll put a -5 here, and we'll put like massive depression down here. Okay, the very opposite of joy. If you think of joy as being like the best feeling you've ever had, or have the best mood you've ever had, the opposite of that is depression or sadness. And so what these mood stabilizers and Xanax does is it kind of keeps you right here down the middle. All right. Here's the human experience. Okay. Human experience, you want to achieve joy, but in order to achieve joy, our big thing is like you have to feel a little bit of depression to understand what that joy feels like. It's the yin and the yang, the positive and the negative, all that stuff. Okay. So human joy up there, the human experience comes back down. And if you read anything, on Buddhism, it's a pendulum. It always swings back and forth. It never stays high as in joy. It never stays low in depression. The human experience goes back and forth, okay? And so what happens with ketamine-assisted therapy and integration especially is we teach you these tools and we show you awareness through your journeys and perspective that help limit the sadness, okay? Let's say it goes like this. So now you have perspective, awareness, and some tools to teach you. Maybe it's meditation, maybe it's just some different habits that you institute in your thinking process on the cause and effect of things, okay? So now, instead of a -10 depression, the human experience can go like this. You have some depression, but you're hitting your joy. Some depression, you're hitting your joy. And it's these points at the bottom here that they're not as long and they're not as intense, okay? So they're not a 10, they're about like a 6 or a 7 or even a 5. They're just not as intense, okay? And they don't last as long. And that's what happens with ketamine-assisted therapy and post-integration sessions with our therapists and coaches, is you learn these tools, and so then we can kind of get away from, just being mediocre and down the middle, if that is even happening while you take these medications, because like we said, the side effect of all these medications is brain fog, is feeling numb. That also happens to when we turn to booze or some other hardcore drugs to kind of like numb the pain, numb the uncomfortableness. But we're saying, allow a little bit of uncomfortableness. It's just now, how do we interpret it? How do we turn it to work for us so we can hit those 10s, those high levels of joy? And that, to me, is what the whole human experience is about, is to experience that joy. And even though we can't stay in that joy for very long, just because that's the human experience, we can maximize our time in joy and minimize our time in depression with ketamine-assisted therapy. I hope that helps.